All right, guys, how's it going? There was a question today about the ranking for the Spearman Correlation, so I figured I would go through and show you by hand how it's calculated. In R, we saw in the script that we can just use the rank function, but some of you wanted to see it done by hand, so I'm going to explain it to you by hand. The only reason I'm using Excel is because I wanted to show you the different blocks. So I'll show you what that looks like. Let's put some borders on here, make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, so we're looking at number 5 from chapter 17. So 17.5.5 is what we're looking at. And I pulled the data from here already. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this formula right here. So the Spearman Correlation. We are going to do 1 minus 6 times the summation of the differences over n times n squared minus 1. You can actually distribute that n to get n cubed minus n if you wanted to do that as well. It doesn't matter. But this is how we're going to actually calculate it. We found from the R script today that it was approximately 0.4-ish, or the Pearson correlation was 0.6, and then we calculated the Spearman to be 0.4, so we'll see how that comes out. All right, so the first thing we need to do is rank these from 1 to 10, 1 being the largest and 10 being the smallest. So let's go through. This one is the first largest, and then the second largest, the third largest, fourth largest, fifth largest, 6. Keep in mind, again, 1 is the biggest, 10 is the smallest. Keep in mind for all of these, I'm ranking them from highest to smallest. All right, let's do the same thing over here. Lucky for us, this one's kind of already in order, so I don't have to do anything crazy there, from largest to smallest. The difference is this rank, the first rank of the first set of data, minus the second rank. So in Excel, we can do this very easily. So this guy minus this guy, right? And I'm going to drag that down for the rest of our values as well. There we go. So you can see that they match up. 6 minus 9, negative 3, 3 minus 8, negative 5, right? They work out. Now, we're basically going to square them in this last column because in our formula, we need to take the sum of all the differences squared. So let's do that. So equals this squared. Obviously, we get the same thing. 0 squared is 0. When I drag it all the way down, those are my differences squared. Now the sum, I want the sum of all of these together, and I get 96 as my sum. All right, so that's my sum. Now let's actually calculate R. So R Spearman. And there it is, 0.418. When we did it in R, we got approximately 0.42-ish. So looking at the formula there, 1 minus 6 times the summation of d squared, which we got was 96, divided by n cubed, or 10 cubed minus 10. That gave us approximately 0.42. So there it is on the ranking. If you have any questions, let me know.